Hi, I'm Athelia,
And I'm Alexis.
and we're a part of Niyama. In an era of negativity, a positive outlook is needed more than ever before. We're here to ask the question, how can we promote mutual well-being in our community? Through immersing visitors in a simulation of the ripple effects of positivity, we'll encourage them to translate those positive interactions into their daily lives. Here's our idea.
These are yolks. Life can be tough for yolks. It's easy to get brought down by life. But we can help them feel better. It doesn't always take much. Small gestures can have a big impact. You can cheer them up by smiling at them, high-fiving them, or even giving them a hug. Once yolks are feeling uplifted, they will look to share the love. Positivity then ripples out to other yolks. In this way, people are just like yolks. Simple, positive interactions like these can brighten up a stranger's day. And, as positive psychology shows us, people will look to pay it forward. So, poke a yolk. And throw kindness around like confetti. Because negativity spreads fast. But with your help, we can spread positivity even faster.
We want to encourage visitors to translate these small, positive interactions into their daily lives. We aim to design our experience with all users in mind, so that the final exhibit and simulation were not age discriminate. Niyama consists of 3 key ideas: to interact with the experience, to engage with the exhibit, and to share with others. So how did we come to this idea? We noticed that in the past few World Happiness Reports, the countries that top the charts have been Scandinavian countries whose cultures focus more on positive attitudes and strong relationships. So, we wanted to design an experience to promote the small gestures that can contribute to individual and communal well-being. We also found that throughout our lifetime, we interact with approximately 80,000 people, but we wanted to know how many of those interactions are positive. To help our visitors meditate on these notions, we accounted for different levels of engagement: spectatorship, light engagement, and invested engagement. We incorporated these 3 into our concept. In the simulation, visitors positively interact with sad, neutral, and happy characters called yolks and watch the positivity ripple out. In the wider exhibit, visitors are invited to engage and reflect with our product line, our What Makes You Happy post-it board, and our infographic. At the end of the experience, visitors can leave with positive prompts and reminders to keep for themselves as well as share with others. We also held a small giveaway for bundles of yolk products.
A lot went into making this happen. From the get-go, we puzzled over the best way to present changing emotions. The screen is divided and overlaps in 5 sections, where happy yolks tend upwards and sad yolks tend downwards. At birth, there's a 2 out of 5 probability for sad yolks. In terms of interactions, there's a 2% probability of random interactions and a 10% probability for ripple effect interactions. While we weren't developing a game, we found that the phaser game framework built on top of JavaScript would handle our simulation and sprite sheets the best. With a simulation such as ours, we concluded that a rear-projected touch-sensitive wall would allow a decent amount of people to interact with the screen, as well as allow people around the space to observe the overall simulation. We set out to build our 12-foot by 8-foot touchscreen with the help of our crowdfunding campaign. When creating our characters, we took special care to make sure they'd be as lovable as possible. We wanted to make sure they were simple so that they could be easily understood but still be able to show a range of emotions to get our point across. And of course, we added a bit of humor as well. Paired with our yolks, our background had to be spectacular but not distracting, which was a challenge and commanded many iterations. Adding to our overall brand, we envisioned a line of products, some of which we were able to produce, including silicone yolk lights, various kinds of plush toys, and keychains. For the segment of the audience that may be interested in some of the thought behind our concept, we designed an infographic to be displayed as a supplementary educational element. From the get-go, we wanted the exhibit to be a holistic experience, beyond just a display of our core interactive elements. We put a lot of thought and time into designing and populating the space for a comfortable, happy vibe. Finally, a core part of the experience was for our message to live beyond the exhibit. We designed some simple takeaways, fortune-like reminders, and postcards that could be physically passed around, a merchandise giveaway, and a website where our message and simulation could live virtually. We attribute a large part of the visibility of Niyama to our marketing, especially through social media. We use social media not only to publicize our campaign, but also to post behind-the-scenes media, positive quotes, and day-of photos. Our posters were similarly themed, where we aimed to put positive quotes up, essentially practicing what we preach about spreading kind words. We also did user testing with a museum studies class. Test groups exemplified our message. One group was people working on group projects and identified the positive aspects of the project. The other group was people working on solo projects, and they identified the negative aspects. This suggests that building relationships can contribute to a different attitude.
We exhibited Niyama at ImagineRIT, setting up shop from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. at the annual Innovation and Creativity Festival. Behind the scenes, we set up our projector and computer behind the screen. On the exhibit front, we organized the space to be contained yet open. Visitors enter to the marketing video setting the context, then they enter the interaction space where they can engage with a simulation, or they can take a look at our product line, write what makes them happy on a post-it, and learn from our infographic. Upon leaving, the visitor can take an exit prompt, stickers, and/or postcard, as well as leave us a note or sign up for our giveaway. And now for some highlights. It went well, and we were especially happy to see all audiences enjoying the exhibit in their own ways. Kids appreciated the products and enjoyed interacting with the screen. Older students found the simulation interesting to interact with as well. Older audiences loved the message and overall presentation, and everyone in general found the experience cute and meaningful. Based on our ImagineRIT exhibit, here's an estimate of how much creating Niyama cost. Hardware, including our large screen and the Microsoft Surface Studio, totaled $3,800. Marketing, including our posters, stickers, and giveaways, totaled $630. And lastly, our exhibitionary elements, such as products, infographic, and LEDs, total $915. Our estimate does not take into account skills or man-hours of work.
We learned a lot over the course of this project. While our exhibit as a whole was successful, especially to our visitors, we knew as a team that our main interaction screen had fallen through. We had to adapt to a new solution, an island in the middle with a touchscreen, relegating our original 12-foot by 8-foot touchscreen as a mirrored projection. Despite this, The walkthrough of our exhibit benefited by allowing more people to observe the overall simulation, spectatorship, and allowing small groups at a time to control that simulation with light and invested engagement. Putting more effort into ensuring the screen worked perfectly could have helped us identify and avoid the stress of the screen issues we ran into during setup. Also, making sure our giveaway website had been tested on an iPad with its touch attributes would have prevented the need for us to use pen and paper. On a more successful note, our exhibit was more than a simulation. It was an overall experience from ambience to tangible elements to information, and people appreciated how immersive our message was. Marketing our message as a whole was a huge part for our online presence. We knew that our name wasn't immediately recognizable, so we had our message carry out our presence. Lastly, many people appreciated our analog presentation of post-its, postcards, posters, and prompts. Print was a great reminder of actions in the offline world. Beyond ImagineRIT, we can see Niyama being extended to other places. Products such as our huggable vibrating yoke pillow can serve as a distraction or relief for impulse control disorders such as trichotillomania. Our simulation could be set up as a public or external installation, functioning as stress relief. For example, some of our visitors commented on how it was as satisfying as bubble wrap. The full experience could live in a gallery or museum installation as an educational and reflective installation. A portable version of the experience could be used as a teaching tool in schools or as stress relief in workplaces.
Niyama is a holistic, interactive experience, showcasing how small gestures can have a great influence in the world. As a project, it was also an exercise in collaborating to create an end-to-end exhibit, pushing our own boundaries and imbuing do good in a meaningful way. We applied for the FRAM Award and will be looking to submitting to the Adobe Design Achievement Awards, the Communication Arts Interactive Competition, the HOW International Design Awards, and perhaps the RSA Student Design Awards as well. We are 7 designers and 2 developers eager to make a positive impact. Thank you!